What's the deal, baby? You already know Big Boss can't poke through the door to talk to the box. But feeling a little better today. About 85% if I can give a number. Boy, just drink Pepto, ginger ale. Black people, hey, black people love ginger ale, baby. We think that's the remedy for everything. Ginger ale, I ate some crackers, and a little bit of soup. You know, a little bit of soup. And, you know, I feel about 85%. I just slept, man. I slept like a baby. I ain't gonna lie. I remember I was watching the Eastern Conference Finals with LeBron when he was on the Heat, and they played the Celtics, and he dropped 45 on them boys. You know, I think he had a double-double, and then I fell asleep. Then I woke up again. It was the LeBron in the finals in the bubble with the Lakers. Then I fell asleep again. I woke up. It was the path to the draft. It was on YouTube, so. You know, YouTube just autoplay a lot of stuff. So I went to the path to the draft. I'm like, okay, man, it's crazy. Watched that, went back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even know where I was this morning when I woke up, man. But I feel well rested. My body, like I said, is 85%. I drank some more Pepto this morning. Pepto nasty, man. For real. But it worked. That's one thing I can say. It worked. But let's talk boxing. Tim Bradley was interviewed by Fight Hype, and they kind of asked him about, you know, because he sparred Terence Crawford, what advice would he give each fighter, you know, going into this fight? So Tim Bradley basically said that Errol Spence needs to be patient, which I don't know why he said that. He said patience because Terence Crawford is a great counterpuncher, and if you make a mistake, you have to pay. That may be the case. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I don't think Errol should get out of character and fight a fight that he don't normally fight. That's my opinion. And I think it's favorable for him to fight how he normally fight against Terence Crawford. That's just what it is. You know, Terence Crawford's a slow starter. So, and he don't throw that many punches. So, Errol stepping. That's just, so it's favorable for Errol. Makes sense logically for Errol to, you know what I mean, do what he normally do. Then he started talking about Terence Crawford as a hunter, you know, and y'all boys finna get mad. Buckle up. Then he says, Terence Crawford's a hunter, you know, and he could come forward and just want to fight. Let's put a dot right there, bookmark it. Hey man, don't I be telling y'all? Do y'all not listen to me when I be telling y'all this nigga like to fight, bro? I keep telling y'all that y'all don't want to listen. I'm not saying this just to say it. I'm not saying it because I hate Terence Crawford. I'm telling you this because I watch this nigga. He's one of the fighters that I like, I respect. At the end of the day, this nigga like to fight. He don't blind by game plans, bro. He want to fight. You hit that nigga with some stuff, he wants to fight. That's what it boils down to. Ain't no other way to slice it, dice it, cut it, flip it, drip it. Ain't none of that, bro. This nigga want to fight. He want smoke. That's what it is, bro. I ain't got time to be here. Oh, you don't know boxing. Nigga, you don't watch Terence Crawford. I done had like 5, 6 boxers say the same thing I've been telling y'all niggas for the longest time. This nigga wants to fight. He want to fight, bro. That's his point blank period. Ain't no other way to slice it, ain't no other way to dice it. This nigga gonna want to, he want to fight. That's just what it is, G. Ain't no other way to put it. I keep telling y'all this. Y'all want to listen. You know, if that nigga try to stand in front of Errol Spence, I'm going to say this again. Until he proves to me July 29th, if he tries to stand in front of Errol Spence, he's getting stopped. I'm telling you this. If he try to stand, go toe to toe, that's not a fight that he want to fight. He needs to look to throw in between Errol punches. He needs to look to move. I ain't talking about like Floyd. I'm not telling him to get out of character. All I'm telling him is move. A little bit of lateral movement. You take them 36-yard legs, put them to use. You know what I'm saying? That's his best bet. If that nigga try to sit there and stand in front of Errol and I'm going to try to go toe-to-toe with you with them looping shots, I promise you. I promise you. He's getting broken, bro. I'm telling you this. I'm not telling you this because I want to see him like this. I'm telling you this because I know boxing. And I'm telling you, that nigga stand in front. How many people have to tell you the same thing I'm telling you? For you to understand. I'm not telling you to go against Terrence Crawford. What I'm telling you is to acknowledge that this nigga fight like that, bro. He don't stick to game plans. He want to fight. Now, Timothy Bradley, man, in this interview, it seemed like he wanted to give Errol Spence credit, but he realized that, man, I gotta, you know, I don't want to offend Terrence. That's what it seemed like to me. It seemed like the nigga wanted to give credit, but he was just like, I don't want to offend Terrence, so, you know, I'm just gonna shut up. That's what it seemed like to me, in my opinion. I think the nigga scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, stop playing, bro. Like, if I want to give a fighter respect, I'm gonna give him his respect. Hey, Errol good at this, he good at that. You know, I'm still picking Terrence. Ain't no wrong with that. I'm saying that right now about Errol. Terrence is good at this, he's good at that, but I'm picking Errol Spence because of this. That's what it is, bro. Ain't no other way to slice it, dice it, cut it. You know what I'm saying? It's straight up and down, no side effects. But it's like Tim Bradley. And you know what I noticed about Tim Bradley? He keep changing his tune. That nigga ain't standing on his 10. You know what I mean? Like, he really, like, he flip-flopping. You know what I mean? Like, y'all remember Tim Bradley was talking about, he's begging, talking about Terrence Crawford is begging for a fight, right? He begging. He said a nigga begging for fights, and, you know, they want to do that side of the streets and all that, you know. And, you know, Terrence Crawford bought into that, you know, like, oh, yeah, man, you know, they doing the side of the street and blah, blah, blah. And, so they doing all that side of the street bullcrap, right? Then he talking about Errol Spence is scared. You know, y'all remember that interview? He was standing, this was before the Tank versus Ryan fight. He talking about some, you know, Errol is scared, man. You know, you know, because this one, there was rumor he's supposed to fight Keith Thurman. And he was talking about, man, Errol is scared, man. Errol don't want no smoke, Errol don't this, and blah, blah, blah. And boom, bop, beam, bop, bop. He was doing all that talking. Y'all remember prior to that, his tune changed about Errol. He was talking a whole different tune. So the nigga didn't flip-flop, change pages in the books, change sides many times. You know what I'm saying? In the words of Terrence Crawford, pick a side and stay there. You can't flip-flop in this thing. You know what I mean? You can't do all that talking, you know, because you obviously chose a side when you sitting there talking down on Errol like that. I get it if you're coming from a commentator's perspective, but he wasn't coming from a commentator's perspective when he was talking about Errol. He was coming from a homeboy's perspective. You know, Bud, my homeboy, you know, I got to ride with Bud. And, you know, I ain't condemning him for it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. That's his partner. But at the end of the day, pick a side and stay there. That's just what it is. You can't be flipping and flopping and, you know, doing all this gangster talk over here and then saying this over here, but then come back over here and say this. Like, the dude didn't flip, man. He like a flag in the wind. He just, wherever the wind blowing, that's where he going. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you gotta stay, you gotta have a solid foundation. You gotta keep it 1,000. So now he's sitting there telling Errol, man, Just be patient. Like Errol Spence listening to this nigga. Hey, man, just be patient. First of all, Tim, brother, you ran from Errol. So, let's just keep that, let's just throw that out there. You ran from Errol. So why, if I'm Errol Spence, why am I taking advice from you? You ran from me. We were supposed to fight, and you ran from me. You start talking about sides of the street when it comes to Top Rank and PBC. That was your reasoning for why you didn't fight Errol Spence. Oh, he fights on PBC, you know. No, why would I? Man, everybody trying to hear that stuff, bro. So like I keep saying, man, at the end of the day, spade to spade, keep it 1,000. I'm excited for this fight, July 29th. Win, lose, or draw, whoever wins, don't get the credit they deserve. It's a great treat in the sport of boxing. I'm excited. I'm happy we getting this fight. We finally get to close this chapter. We've been arguing and debating for a year and a half about this fight. You know what I'm saying? We finally gonna close that chapter. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what we all need to see July 29th. Shout out to D-Time Boxing, Nocturnal Boxing Thoughts, my brother. Shout out to the Marlowe TV. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to hell, even a big channel, Boxing Eagle. Shout out to all the boxing channels. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're a bud buddy. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm feeling generous today. Shout out to everybody, man. Real deal spill. You let me know what y'all think. Boss gone.